Hello guys, what's up and welcome to this video and Merry Christmas or Merry Christmas Eve depending on whenever you're watching this video. I wasn't sure if I'd make any sort of Christmas related video, but I just kind of felt like out of the Christmas spirit, so I thought like making a video would kind of put me more in the Christmas spirit. And yeah, I wasn't really sure like what to talk about. Like I was like, okay, if I do make a Christmas video, like am I just gonna say Merry Christmas 50 different times or something? But then I figured out I should just make a video talking about sort of my Christmas traditions. I don't know, at least I think everyone has some sort of Christmas tradition, even if you only like barely celebrate it. If you do celebrate it. Of course, if you don't celebrate Christmas, like sorry, I don't know what to say, like happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. If you do celebrate Christmas, then I'm sure you have some sort of family tradition, like you always open presents at 1 o'clock or I don't know. So yeah, I thought I'd talk about mine, share my sort of traditions I have, and let me know in the comments what you guys do for Christmas, and we can kind of get into that Christmas vibe, talking about our traditions and all that. So yeah, let's dive into it. So the first tradition that I have that sort of like builds up the Christmas spirit is an advent calendar. I always get advent calendars every year without fail. Like I don't think there's been any sort of year where I haven't gotten one. In case you don't know what an advent calendar is for whatever reason, it's pretty much you get a little piece of chocolate every single day of December leading up to Christmas until the 24th. That's the last piece of chocolate. It's the biggest piece of chocolate usually. And yeah, it's just kind of a like small little thing I do. I don't know, it's always been a thing for me since I was a kid. I remember I'd always get excited like leading up to December, like thinking like, oh boy, I get those little pieces of chocolate. I don't know, it really always excited me though, and that's when I knew like Christmas was coming, whenever I'd whip out that advent calendar. And the next tradition that like my family has leading up to Christmas to build up the vibe is a bunch of baking. Like my dad bakes a fuck ton, like it's kind of ridiculous. It's like tins upon tins filled with cookies, filled to the brim. Like it's a crazy amount. It's batches of cookies, and you'd think I'd be like really happy about it, and I mean to some degree of course, like woohoo cookies, but my dad makes the weirdest cookies like of all time. At least I think they're weird because he always just puts weird shit into them. Like he'll throw in like little bits of fruitcake or like dried fruit and like pieces of like orange peel and shit like that into it, so like you have like chocolate chip cookies that taste like orange. It's pretty weird. I don't know, he likes to get creative. I usually have to beg him to make like normal batches of cookies, but it's still part of the Christmas spirit. I mean, that's when I know when Christmas is rolling up, when my dad starts baking 5 batches of oatmeal raisin, all with different various fruits mixed into it. But yeah, now leading up more the Christmas tradition of Christmas Eve. Every Christmas Eve, for the most part. Recently, we've kind of not been doing it as much, but we used to always like go to midnight mass. My parents used to be like pretty religious, more religious. I mean, not like crazy, like they were never crazy religious, but like we used to go to church like every week. Now, not so much, but a consistent thing was like always going to midnight mass. I don't know if we're doing it this year, but that's just kind of a tradition for us. It's always weird, you know, like when I was younger, I'd like be like, yay, we're like staying up until like 12 a.m. woohoo. But then the excitement would kind of like die down because I'd realize like, oh wait, we're going to church though. But yeah, that was just always a tradition for me. And now for like opening up presents, this sort of tradition, like I've heard some people like open up their presents at like 12 a.m. or like midnight Christmas Eve. Obviously my family didn't because we were too busy going to church, but I always thought that was weird. Like what the hell, especially because my family, like we always like go to sleep at like 9 o'clock. Like my parents are old as fuck, so. But yeah, instead we open our presents in the morning of Christmas, the Christmas morning, pretty much. Like it's just pretty normal. Like we wake up, like me and my brother will like go out to the living room. He'll have like stockings for us, open those, and my dad always shoves a tangerine at the bottom of a stocking. I don't know why. It's some sort of Christmas tradition for him. I hate tangerines, so I usually give it away. But yeah, we open up our stockings, and then after that we open up the presents, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't really know of any other sort of Christmas traditions we do, but that's pretty much the basis of it. And yeah, so let me know in the comments whatever sort of traditions you guys have. I'm sorry that this video is kind of short. I'll be making a more like normal video like in 2 days. It'll probably be up. But yeah, I just wanted to make some sort of video talking about Christmas, spreading the Christmas spirit. And yeah, so Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year's, whatever sort of holiday you celebrate. Happy holidays. I'll see you all next time.